Davey, better performance but only 1 point on the board.
I'm not sure of the performance, if I'm honest. Being brutally honest, I thought the first half really lacklustre, really nervous. But I thought the second half, boys came out of traps, looked better, created good chances. And I think if you look at over the piece, the chances we created were probably predominantly the second half. So it's weird because in the Premier League, when you get a clean sheet, you really should be saying, well, listen, it's a clean sheet and it's a point. But everybody knows how much 3 points, we need 3 points. So feels like a defeat again, but it's my job to make sure it doesn't, because there's a lot of pressure on the players now, and I think you could see that in the first half.
Yeah, there was certainly a nervousness in about the kind of the stadium and everything else, but I'd say that second half performance was much better in terms of intensity in the press, and we got a bit higher up the pitch and created a couple of decent chances as well.
Well, you look at Mick's had a great chance late on, no hit target. Brucey has one at the keeper's right hand post, hits the side netting, no hit target. Wee Pitts is clean through, doesn't hit target. So when you look at I'm a wee bit harsh on Brucey, his was a half chance. But the other two are fantastic chances at this level, right? And you've got to take one of them. You've got to take one of them. If you look at Aberdeen away again, wee Brucey's clean through, we don't hit target. The penalty against Kilmarnock, we don't hit target. So it's no, you don't need to be a rocket science to find out why we are where we are at this point in time. But I think I'll always stick up for the players. I'll take it in the chin. It's me that takes it, and I can take that. But I think the offensive players that are within the squad have got to take a wee bit more responsibility now, because we can't keep sitting speaking about it.
We have been a bit of a bad run, but it has just been very fine margins. For example, say there's a couple that you've mentioned there. Joel Newbley's chance maybe at St Mirren as well. They hit target and we.
But Big Joel hits target there, and I think that's a could save, and he saves it. It's not a should save, and you know the difference. But Big Joel hits target. Shamal kind of half fumbles their shot and they score, and that's the game, isn't it? That's the game. So Aberdeen away, we Bruce clean through, and it's a wee bit harsh putting it on Bruce, but that's the facts, that's what happened. I don't mean it just against Bruce, because I think there's offensive players in the team that need to do a wee bit more and start taking their chances, be a wee bit braver and show more composure when they get into the opponent's box. And that's really the biggest negative from today, because I thought the back three in general were okay. I thought the game felt a bit nervous in the first half, but do you know what? I don't think these offside decisions help the game. They're clean through and goal, and everybody's a wee bit nervous, and then they don't score and then they pull it back. But you've actually went through that emotion, whereas before the flag went up. So you become a wee bit nervous. But that must have happened how many times with St Johnstone in the game? 3 or 4 times?
I think Stevie May had 4 in the first half alone.
Like, do you know what I mean? But I think it leads to you being a wee bit nervous in the game, and it leads to the crowd being a wee bit nervous, because it looks like a fantastic opportunity for the opposition, and it's actually no. It's a fantastic line. We're back 3, back 5, whatever it's going to be at that point. So I think that leads to that. Second half we get them in, and as I said, I thought we played a bit better in the second half. But again, we're sitting talking about missed opportunities, and that's really where we are.
There's quite a few changes to starting 11 from Saturday as well, from Parkhead. What was your kind of thoughts on behind that? In terms of the personnel? Yeah.
You mean in anyone in particular? No.
No. In particular.
So Jack for Shamal. Shamal never came out at Parkhead through anything other than I wanted to give Jack another opportunity. Jack came in against Hearts, Jack came in against Dundee. Now, we never won the games, but I thought Jack was fantastic. I wanted to give him an opportunity, and I thought Jack was fantastic at Parkhead again. Shamal came in tonight and kept a clean sheet. Big Knots was always going to come back in, but we had to manage him. Try to think of the other changes. Well, Mick was suspended, so that was a no-brainer at that point. And Curtis has not played a lot of football for us this year, and I think he's became a very, very important player for us this year. So I wanted to rest him, and I'd have probably made more changes at Parkhead if the bench would have allowed it in terms of the personnel available.
We didn't see Parksy on the bench or in the squad tonight. Was that just repercussion from Saturday?
He wasn't in a great place, to be honest. That was him probably just today. He looked like his old self again. So he took a right sore one, and at the game at Celtic. Like, he was in a bad way when he walked by the dugout. I didn't quite realise how bad it was until he walked by the dugout. But that was today. I spoke to him today. He's done all his concussion tests over the last couple of days, but it was today he said he properly woke up and felt like his old self again. So it was he got a bad one.
The busy schedule continues, obviously off to Motherwell on Saturday. What's your initial thoughts heading into that?
My initial thoughts really are, I'm gutted they weren't at Aberdeen tonight. That's the first thing that comes into my mind. They travel up there, they travel down. Both teams playing Wednesday, teams playing Saturday. I'm not a big fan of Wednesday, Saturday, if I'm honest. I don't like it. I don't think it's good for the players' well-being. So that's my first initial thoughts. But again, we probably don't be speaking about that, and I know I've just spoke about it, if that makes sense, but with the players. So we need to go there and we need to try and take something from the game. So I thought it was a lot of if you take the league position out of the table, and I don't want to sound delusional, I think there was a lot of positives over the last 4 or 5 weeks. I think the performances have generally been there. We're just coming out in the wrong end, and if I'm honest, it's the top end of the park.
Do you think it might have a similar feel to tonight's kind of game to start with? Nervousness, obviously Motherwell aren't a brilliant run themselves either at the moment.
Potentially, but hopefully not. I've tried to speak to the players about that. I don't come into these games nervous. I'm not nervous, so it's not as if I'm portraying that onto the players. So I'm trying to take that away from the players. But as I say to them, they're one win, one goal away from it all changing. And then you've got a momentum shaft, self-esteem, self-confidence, all these issues that come with going through a period of adversity, which we're going through. So hopefully not, but it's my job to try and ease pressures on the players. They've got to be brave, we've got to go and show, we've got to get on the ball, but these are all the things that all managers at the bottom of the league are talking about.
It's exactly what we showed in the second half, though, wasn't it?
I thought it was a lot of positives. If you're not sitting bottom of the league in the 3 points and you weren't desperate for them in terms of, I know you're always trying to win every game, but it was a big chance of 3 points today. There's probably a lot more positives than negatives from the game, and it's up to me to make sure the boys understand that, because I don't think St Johnstone posed us many problems at all. We looked like a team that was going on in the second half to try and win the game, but again, I'll go back to the top end of the park. But if you go back to this run we're on, there's a lot of missed opportunities coming from the top end of the park. We're not taking our chances.
No worries, thanks for your time, David.